Hello there, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam, and if you're new here, hello there. Thank you for dropping by, and do consider becoming part of the Coarse family by hitting the subscription button, turning on your notification bell, and also giving this video a thumbs up so that you do not miss any other video that I upload. So I'm going to give you a moment. I'm going to give you a moment to subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, hello there. Thank you for coming back to watch another video. You know that you're the reason why we keep doing this, and you know that I am grateful for your continuous support. So as we're giving the newbies a moment to subscribe, let's get straight in today's video. Okay, so in today's video, I'm just going to be talking about how you can grow back your edges. So if you watched some of my previous videos, actually I think one or two of my previous videos that I uploaded, I think if it's not that other week, then it's that other week. I explained to say I had recorded that video some few months back when my edges were struggling. So because of the tension, the manipulating, and everything that I was going through, I had lost my edges terribly. Now, naturally, I don't have thick edges. Like, I'm not that person that has full thick edges genetically. Yes, genetically, I don't have thick edges. I have thin edges, like my whole life. Not really that I'm manipulating them or whatnot. Naturally, I have thin edges, but there are points whereby I over manipulate my hair and put tension on my edges, and then they just say bye. So that's the video that you saw. My edges are completely gone, but now we're doing okay. My edges, I'm able to, yes, I'm able to even lay them down. Yes, so my edges are actually doing better right now. So today we're going to be talking about how you can care for your edges, how you can care for your hairline, and in case you're struggling or your edges have broken or you have lost your edges, then continue watching this video. Okay, so tip number one on how you can take care of your hairline or how you can grow back your edges or your whatever you call them, baby hairs or whatever you people call them these days. But the best way is to stop adding tension to it, because mostly we lose our edges due to tension and over manipulating them. Baby hairs are fragile. They're supposed to be left alone regardless of what you're doing. They are supposed to be left alone. Yes, that's the reason why you see me whenever I do whatever hairstyle, even now, my edges are always left alone. So I don't manipulate my edges unless it's otherwise. Even when I'm brushing, even when I'm slicking down my edges, like I don't even use a brush, because a brush snags or pulls on the edges. Mostly I just use a comb and swoop them. So number one, stop with the tension. Stop adding tension. Stop adding tension to your hairline. Stop over manipulating them. Stop adding tension. Just let them be. So everything else that I'm going to talk about in this video, if you don't follow this first rule, it's equals to zero. Work done will be equals to zero. So regardless of what you're doing, if you're still manipulating your edges, if you're still adding tension, work done is equals to zero. I see a lot of ladies, when you do your braids, you're always pulling your edges, you're doing these tight hairstyles such that by the time you take them down, your edges are gone. There's even this hairstyle that people like, they call it Maasai twists. By the time you guys take them down, your whole hairline is gone. So number one, stop adding tension to your hairline. Number two, don't neglect the scalp massages or the hairline massages. In as much as you massage your scalp to grow back your hair, your hairline equally needs the same care. Always massage your hairline, especially in the evening when you're done with your day's work. Always massage your hairline, because scalp massages help with blood circulation to your scalp and then thereby helping your hair to grow. So if you're massaging the rest of your scalp and neglecting your hairline is going to remain dormant. Like, your hair is not going to grow. Your baby hairs won't grow. So always, always, always massage your hairline when you're massaging your scalp. And the best way that I've discovered to massage my hairline is to warm up some oil. I use my edge growth hair oil. Yes, my edge growth hair oil. I always warm it up in some boiling water. I just get my bottle and place it in a bucket of boiling water, and then once it heats up, I just dip my fingers into the oil. Yes, I just put the oil in a lid, on a lid, at least a wide lid, and then I just dip my fingers in it, and then I'll go in and massage my scalp or my hairline. Even as I'm massaging my scalp, I also make sure to massage my hairline, because that helps my hair to grow, or my edges to grow back. So number 2 is going to be always, always massage your hairline. Number 3, on your wash days, we have a tendency of forgetting our ages. Mostly when we're washing our hair, we tend to forget our ages. That's a bad habit. Whenever you're washing your hair or on your wash days, remember the ages, remember your hairline as well. If you're doing a detox treatment, remember your hairline as well, because it also needs equal attention that you're giving to the rest of your scalp. If it means deep conditioning, always also deep condition your baby hairs, because the moment you leave them out, you are not helping yourself. Baby hairs are naturally fragile, so you deep conditioning them on your wash days is going to help to strengthen your baby hairs and your ages, because it's normal to manipulate them, because there are days when, even when you're doing tight hairstyles, you are going to be combing your hair. That is going to cause some level of tension to your hairline or to your baby hair. So make sure that you are deep conditioning your edges on your wash days, because that is going to help to strengthen them. The other tip that I'll give is, if you're a person who is like me, yes, if you're a person like me, there are days when I'm too tired, like I am tired, and once I go to sleep, once I go to sleep, there's no feeling myself. So if you're a person like me, on days whereby you're too exhausted and you wear your certain, because it's normal, most when we wear our certain bonnets and we're turning and tossing in the night, our certain bonnets tend to move up our hairline, and then it's just going to rest on our hairline. It's very normal because of the elastic that is in there. Even when you wear it correctly when going to bed, as you are turning and tossing through the night, your bonnet likely is either it's going to come off, if not that, it's going to slide all the way and rest on your hairline, because that's where the friction, like that's where there's some hair, and that's why it's going to hold. So when you're doing that, or as you're doing that for a long period of time, your hairline is going to, it's going to finish. I'm sure a lot of you have noticed that the more you wear your bonnet on your hairline, the more your edges thin, or your hairline keeps thinning. So number 1, if you do wear your bonnet, or if you're conscious when you're asleep, of which I don't think there's anybody who is, but if you're not a heavy sleeper and you're able to control your bonnet through the night, make sure that you wear your bonnet below your hairline. And if you're like me, invest in a certain pillowcase. I used to wear bonnets all the time, but then I realized that my hairline kept thinning and thinning, because there are days when I'm too tired and I don't have time to keep pulling my bonnet down. So I just invested in certain pillowcases. So these days I just, when going to bed, I just slip the certain pillowcases on my pillows, and then I know I can freely turn and toss without worrying about my hairline. So invest in certain pillowcases, or you can invest in a certain scarf, because at least you get to tie it below your hairline to prevent thinning and breakage. And I think my last tip is going to be moisturize your edges. It's normal, it's very normal to keep forgetting the edges. So create a habit of deliberately starting with your edges whenever you're moisturizing your hair, because in as much as you're taking care of the rest of your hair, your edges equally need attention, like I said previously. So always, always moisturize your edges, because moisture helps you to easily manipulate your hair. and easily deal with it without it breaking. So always, always, always moisturize your edges as you're moisturizing the rest of your hair, because that way you're going to prevent them from breaking, and you're going to prevent them from um, tangling up and also causing friction and whatnot. So always, always moisturize your edges. Okay, I think those tips are what helped me to grow back my edges. Those tips are what I've been using also on my baby sister who lost edges, but now her edges are almost, yeah, they're almost thick again. So number one, remember the major culprit is tension and over manipulating. So number one, once you stop with the tension and the manipulating, your edges should be able to start growing back. I'm going to caution you, if you're a person who loves tight hairstyles, it's about time that you stopped. Actually, consider this video as God talking to you to stop. As God talking to you to stop, because the more that you keep manipulating your edges, over manipulating them, the more you keep adding tension to your edges, you risk your follicles dying in the process, because the more you keep snagging, the more you keep pulling your edges, it's going to reach an extent whereby your follicles around your hairline are going to die. And once they die, there is no way you're going to grow your edges, because dead follicles can never grow hair. Dead follicles can never grow hair. So make sure that before you cause that permanent damage, you just stop. Like, take a break. Actually, stop. If you do go to a hairstylist that wants to pull your edges, just kindly ask them not to. Let them leave your edges alone, because no cute hairstyle is worth you losing your edges. There's no amount of hairstyle worth you losing your edges over. So yeah, stop. Just stop. So remember, stop with the manipulating and the tension. Deep condition your edges, moisturize them, massage your hairline, warm up your oil before massaging them. That is going to help. And overall, just let your edges be. That's what they're called, baby hairs. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. So yeah. Okay, so we have come to the end of this video. In case you learned a thing or two, make sure that you give me a thumbs up, comment below what you have been doing to grow back your edges, or if you are struggling with edges, what are you doing about it? And if you have grown back your edges, what did you do to grow them back? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you have any questions for me, drop them. I make sure to respond to each and every comment that people drop. If you're not subscribed up to this point, sis, you watched up to this point and you're still not yet decided to subscribe, it's okay. It's okay. But if the spirit speaks to you, do consider subscribing and turning on your notification bell. And thank you very much for everyone that has watched to this end. I will see you in my next video. Take care.